everyone, and welcome to Theimpactplay. My name is Mohammed, otherwise known as It's Yagu, and I am your host and the producer on the Ones and Twos. And we are your one-stop shop for the news, discussions, and reviews around gaming, tech, entertainment, sports, esports, and music. We're also keen on uplifting voices and even highlighting their stories. Your support keeps the lights running and keeps the content coming. You can learn more by joining us over on Discord, where you can get access to some exclusive content, including an ad-free version of the show, a whole lot of content before everyone else, and so much more. We are also Epic partners. Every purchase you make within the Epic Store, whether it be Rocket League, Fortnite, Fall Guys, and more, no matter where you play or how you play, even if it's a free-to-play title, when you use our credit code Theimpactplay, you do get a little bit of a kickback and a commission to help support us in a brand new way at no extra cost to you. Once again, the credit code is Theimpactplay. So this episode of Theimpactplay is also sponsored by Audible. However, me and the team will tell you about that later. And this is Theimpactplay's Reviewcast, episode 291. We are reviewing episode 6 of The Last of Us. So stay tuned and enjoy. Introducing It's Team Impact, born in Atlanta and powered by the Theimpactplay. Learn more by going over to itsteamimpact.com. Once again, the URL is itsteamimpact.com. You can sign up for your free 30-day trial and immediately get access to 1 credit. If you have Amazon Prime, you get access to 2 credits. And it's good for any premium title. Simply go to audibletrial.com/Theimpactplay. Once again, the URL is audibletrial.com/Theimpactplay. You know what time it is, folks. It's time to continue, or should I say begin, our review for episode 6 of The Last of Us. So I'm finally catching up with it, and of course we did watch episode 6, as well as we watched the behind-the-scenes glimpse that it gave us towards the end of the episode, as well as the companion HBO Max companion podcast, I should say. But nonetheless, it is getting really interesting. The characters we're starting to learn more. Not to learn more, but I guess the best way to put it is that the main characters are Joel and Ellie. How their relationship is building, this should be another better way of putting this. And by the way, all this is I'm doing it live right on the spot as we are recording. So there's no I guess anything a read on or anything that I'm going through. This is all just on the fly. But nonetheless, their relationship, where is it going? How is it evolving? That's the word I'm looking for. Their relationship is evolving as time progresses, as they're going on this journey together. So I don't want to get into spoilers now. I'll probably get into spoilers later on, but I'll try to keep it as spoiler free as possible. Nonetheless, I guess let me make a side note before we continue on with this, that this will be a timed exclusivity for our supporters. If you guys want to learn more on becoming a supporter, be sure to join us over on Discord for more information on that. For everyone else, this will be available later on publicly once that window does expire. But nonetheless, like I said, it's getting really good. We're starting to learn more. I guess not really learn more, but we're starting to understand these characters more. I think that's the best. That's even a better way of putting this. Yes. If I talk anymore, I feel like I'm gonna get into the spoiler. I'm gonna get into some spoilers, and I'm trying to avoid as much as possible. I know a lot of you do not dislike spoilers. Let's see. I know rating on the on Theimpactplay's, I guess, rating scale. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. A 3 out of 5 on the Theimpactplay scale, and of course on the IMDb scale, it's gonna be double, so it's gonna be 6. Let me just put that here. I always like to do this. Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's the. I guess we're gonna end it here now, folks. If you guys do not want to be spoiled, we'll see you on the next one. For everyone else, we'll see you all ahead on part 2. But thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we appreciate every single one of you. Be sure to catch the regular recording of the Theimpactplay. We do record live over at twitch.tv/Theimpactplay, as well as we do upload a whole bunch of content over on your YouTube channels, youtube.com/Theimpactplay for more. Be sure to follow us on social, join our Discord, and that's about it. So thank you guys, have a good one, and for everyone else, stay tuned for part 2. It's time for part 2, or more of a in-depth discussion with spoiler content. So if you do like the content, thank you so much for continuing on with us, and just enjoy the show. But nonetheless, I guess let's start discussing this. We know that Ellie and Joel are traveling together, and Joel is looking for his brother. This way it'll make traveling a whole lot easier. So he ends up finding him in this settlement, in this little town of a settlement that's like by itself, kind of remote, and he ends up being married, and he has a child of his own on the way. And Joel wanted Ellie to go. He wanted his brother to take her in. He gave her the full backstory of what's going on, her immunity, and what have you. And then the thing with Joel, like, we know their relationship is building, but Joel feels a sense of like he's building a bond with Ellie, and at the same time he feels like he can't protect her because he's been feeling over and over with her, because he's unable to protect her, he's unable to hear well or to react well enough. Even as we saw a couple of times in this episode, where he's having little panic attacks, where he feels like he can't breathe, he can't move, and his heart is getting, I guess, heavy in a sense. But so he literally opened up to his brother, Tommy, where he's like, "Oh, I'm feeling this way. I feel like I can't protect her, and then I feel like I'm gonna fail her. I feel like she's gonna be safer with you than she's with me." And then towards the very end, he wasn't gonna tell Ellie, but she ends up overhearing everything. She also learns about Joel's daughter, what happened to her from his sister-in-law, because they built a bond, sense of community, a sense of normalcy. We also saw that in this episode as well. They were in a movie type situation as well, where they were watching a movie. But yeah. Otherwise, he ends up giving a choice. Do you want to go with Tommy, or do you want to go with me? It's like, buckle up, like, and she of course already built a bond with Joel, and she knows Joel. So, and not only that, Joel's actually teaching her how to shoot, how to survive, how to be almost independent. So they end up traveling together, and then towards the end, while they're going through, not this, I guess this little type of town, I guess you could say. I think there were raiders or what have you. There was like maybe a couple of them. So they're trying they try to escape, but they kind of they're confronted by one of them. So Joel was able to break his neck, but in the process of the little scuffle that he had before, and he actually, yeah, he ends up finding himself being stabbed with a broken baseball bat, I believe it was, or a glass or something like that. But he was stabbed pretty much. So during their escape, before the other ones, the rest of them, they find what's going on. Hey, da, 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 they escape, and then as they escape to somewhere safe, Joel just falls off the horse, and he just passes out. And then Ellie not confronts, but opens up to him as he's passing out, as he's losing consciousness. These exact lines: "Please don't fucking die. I don't know what I'm going to fucking do without you." So we know that their relationship, it's growing in a sense. So it's improving on each other, they're getting closer, and yeah, like because Joel's essentially a father figure to her, to this parent that she trusts, this older person. But otherwise, there's one scene in particular I wanted to discuss. Oh, as they're traveling, before they find that town that his brother's in and what have you, they find themselves in this remote little townhouse almost, where it's remote, away from everybody. This couple, and they don't know what's going on. They moved there years even before the infection actually took place. They have no idea what's going on. They have no radio, no cell service, nothing. Just remote. And it's like a nice little thing where they're not oblivious, but they're okay living within their means, essentially. That was a nice little thing. Also, I forgot to mention this before they were brought into town, because they were being made. They were they were surrounded by, guardsmen or what have you, the guards. And there was this, I guess, drug kind of dog. Not drug, there's another word. Narcotics, canine. So, to smell if someone's infected or not. So, goes to Joel. Of course, Joel hasn't been or anything like that. But Ellie, we know that she was bitten, or she was infected, I guess, once or twice. But, we know that she's immune, but it doesn't mean that she might not carry the infection within her. So that's what he was afraid of. He, stood still as the dog started barking. Like, he was, frozen, like he couldn't move. Because he felt like he couldn't do anything again. But then the dog started looking here and started playing. Then of course they were clean. That means that they were clean. But nonetheless, like I said, this show is getting better and better. Unlike the reverse counterpart, Velma, where it was getting worse and worse. If you guys are interested in hearing my season wrap up, actually I call it the season final end, or whatever you call it. But thank God that Velma ended, and apparently they're producing a season 2. If you guys didn't listen to that review cast, they are producing a season 2. Hasn't been officially greenlit, so fingers crossed that they won't officially greenlit it. Hopefully not. We'll just have to wait and see. Of course, I will relay the information on the Theimpactplay, where you can record. I'm sorry, where you can catch the live recordings of the Theimpactplay. We do record live over at twitch.tv/Theimpactplay. Then we upload later to YouTube, as well as your favorite podcast platform. So no matter however you consume your content or where you consume it, we are there. So please be sure to leave us a review on just your favorite platform. As I said previously, this review guys will be as a time exclusivity for our supporters. If you guys are interested in becoming a supporter, be sure to join us over on Discord, where it'll be on the about pages on YouTube, as well as in the show notes, as well as in the description of this episode. But nonetheless, if you guys are interested in sending us your email to be read or played live here on the show, you can send us your feedback a couple of ways. If you guys are listening to us on Spotify, after each and every episode, there'll be a question to ask us for your thoughts. If you have any questions for us for this episode, any feedback, you could do so that way. The other couple of ways is sending an email to email@theimpactplay.com via Discord. We have a feedback channel as well where you could give us your feedback that way. And the last final way is by leaving a voice note over at anchor.fm/Theimpactplay, where your feedback will be played live or read live here on the show. You guys so much for making us part of your day. We already talked about Discord. Join us in Discord where you get the most up-to-date news and updates and chats and what have you over on that side. And help us expand on to reach even more listeners, to reach even more viewers by sharing the channel, sharing the content, giving us a thumbs up, and just subscribing literally that one thing. The one thing you can do is subscribe and share. Takes you about a minute or two, and it will definitely help us here on the show. I think and it'll help us, continue making content for you guys. Thank you guys so much. Have a great one, and we'll see you all on the next one.